so excited to be here. I'm so excited. Thank you for calling on me.
So you can feel where we're at, yes? You can feel that we are now in the place where you, because you've been following along, can ask a question and receive an answer, yes? Without a lot of drama or explanation about why you're where you're at. Just, here I am and this is what I'd like to know. Yeah.
I don't think I could have an hour ago.
Right. That's why we waited. But here you are, so what is it?
It's actually somewhat to do with something that came up earlier, which is inspiration and motivation and action. And my question, I'm an artist and I apply for grants and residencies and things that are kind of competition based. And first of all, I'm not really certain where my resistance is. I don't have a lot of clarity right now.
Well, we are. You just said the words. It's competition based. And so since it's competition based, it's like you see this pie that you're splitting up and you have a shortage consciousness because you don't believe there's enough pie. And you've got a deservability issue because you don't believe you deserve the part of the pie that you want. And so that's why it's not working for you.
Okay. It's like buffet anxiety.
So the solution to that is to realize that these grants and such are one way that things can flow to you, but things are always working out for you, and there are a lot of other avenues. And when you focus solely upon one avenue that you've already decided is flawed and broken and competitive and not enough, then you're hindering yourself in a strong way. So you just got to step back from it and let that be a way, but not the only way, and say to yourself, I'm leaving myself open for other possibilities, and I know that my inner being knows what they are. I don't know what they are, and I don't need to know what they are. I just need to know that my inner being knows what they are, and just hold myself in this loose, fresh place so that my inner being can give me an impulse that can help me lead myself to where they are. There are so many people that have so much that they are wanting to play with you about. The world is awash in money. There are so many people that have more money than they have any sensible use for, but they want to be specific and valuable in what they do with their money. They don't want to waste it. They don't want to fritter it. They want it to be for something that matters. And so there are all kinds of people who have money that are a perfect match to those like you, who have a really viable, valid reason that you're wanting to co-create with them. And they don't need to go through some government agency or some other agency that's taking their share of it and using all kinds of warped reasoning in order to decide who gets what. The universe plays the game in a fair way. So as you acknowledge that all that money is out there and you are ready to be a recipient of some of it, and that there's plenty of it to go around, there's no shortage consciousness, and that it's just a matter of you following the treasure hunt by tapping into someone who knows where everything's buried, then off you go. That was really clear, and you heard it. Yes? But now you want to ask specifically, well, where and when and who and how? No. And we say, don't do that. Don't ask any questions that the answers aren't already right there for you. Just hold yourself in this place of what you want and why you want it, and in this knowledge that the universe is abundant and will yield it to you. And then report back in. We'll all be eager to hear how it comes. How part of it comes. Only a part of it. Only a part of it. It's going to come from lots of different places.
Can I still finish the question? Only because the inspiration motivation thing, and I don't know if, since a lot of these have actions that need to happen and deadlines and that kind of thing.
Well, now you didn't hear anything we just said to you, did you?
Okay, so is that what I'm getting tripped up
So
over?
what inspiration is being free of resistance for the moment and receiving an impulse that is so strong that you cannot deny it. Motivation is knowing what's wrong, knowing what's lacking, and trying to move yourself into some sort of place where things can get better. So motivation sucketh. We tried to clean it up with the F. And inspiration always flowing. That's the difference. Motivation comes from your awareness of what isn't working. Inspiration comes from your realization that it's working and that you're eager to just let it show you the way that it works. Things are always working out for me, and I enjoy watching how it comes about. Things are always working out for me, and it's so much fun to be at the right place and the right time when it does. Things are always working out for me, and I just love witnessing the way things click into place. Things are always working out for me, and it's so much fun to be present, conscious, and aware as they come. Things are always working out for me. Sometimes they're on a faster track, and sometimes it's on a slower track, and it doesn't matter. Things are always working out for me. I get to enjoy it however it is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
There is no exclusion in this universe of attraction. There's no pushing anything away. There's only attraction, 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 inclusion, inclusion, inclusion. So when a problem comes into your view and you want to push it away, since there is no such thing as pushing away, since there's only inclusion, doesn't it sort of kind of make you want to go to the other end of the stick that you want to include, rather than stay on the problem end of the stick that you don't want to include? Did you hear that? Humans must believe that there is law of pushing away, that there's law of exclusion, because they'll stay fixated on the problem. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. Everybody's talking about this. We're doing blogs about this. The news is talking about this. Everybody's talking about this. We're talking about this, and we're going to talk about this till it goes away. No, you're not. You're going to talk about this until you create solutions that you don't have access to. So if it's only law of attraction, and it is, when you see something you want and you give your attention to it, you include it in your experience. When you see something you don't want and you shout no at it, you include it in your experience. So when you are focused on a problem, do you want to focus on the problem because there's only inclusion? You say, yeah, I'll focus on the problem and I'll get rid of it. No, that's not an option. You can't get rid of it. You can only include it. So if you can only include it, do you want to focus on the problem? Yeah, because I want to get rid of it. No, there's no getting rid of it. There's only inclusion. So do you want to focus on the problem? Yeah, because I really want to get rid of it. No, there's no getting rid of it. There's a problem and there's a solution, and it's only inclusion. So there's a problem. Do you want to focus on the problem? No, I want to try to focus on the solution and include that in my vibration. Do you hear it? That's the best conversation about law of attraction that has ever been, ever. Yeah, really good. That got right to it, didn't it? Do you know that you are known? Do you know that you are loved? Do you know that you are seen? Do you know that you are in our awareness? Do you know that we know where you are? Do you know that we know what you are vibrationally? Do you know we know how you're coming along in terms of allowing your vibrational being to be the dominant part of you? Do you know that you have guidance that is offered to you in every emotional moment of every emotional day? Do you feel more loved than you did? Do you feel more heard than you did before? Can you feel that you've shifted just a little bit? Do you feel more clear about who you are? Do you have more of an understanding about how this all works? If that's the case, then this has been a very, what we want to call, successful gathering, an opportunity for all of us. By successful, we always mean more satisfaction. If reaching for satisfaction will be your mantra for a while, what's the most satisfying thought I can think? What's the most satisfying thing I could say? Where's the most satisfying place I could sit? What's the most satisfying thing I could do? If you will, in a sort of selfish, in an exactly selfish nature, if you will consider what would be most satisfying to you, you will lead yourself right into consistent and steady alignment. So much so that even when a problem presents itself, you won't lose your alignment. You'll be able to evaluate the situation or the problem from a place of enlightened alignment. That's how your inner being does it. You can do it too. We said to someone a few gatherings ago, don't worry about us. We will wedge our message in the crack because we really know what it is you're reaching for. And then we said, and also don't worry about us because we've got you outnumbered. The well-being of your life is so much more than the pinched off version of it that some have managed to accomplish. And so the thing that we appreciate most about your willingness to come to a room like this, to a gathering like this, to play with us, is that in the process of the conversation, the words are helpful to some extent, but in the process of your sitting in the vibrational resonance of your own inner being, you are in a different vibrational place than you have been, which means life is going to be somewhat different for you than it was being. There's been a slight and in some cases a significant energy adjustment that you have allowed, that's always in the offering, but that you have allowed. And so our encouragement is that you just be aware of things that are a little bit different, of what you take to the table now that we've been here together, because what you're taking to the table now is more love. So people who have been a little defensive with you won't be as defensive, because they won't feel as much reason to be defensive with you. Those who haven't been listening to you as well, they'll respond differently to you, because there's something that's changed about you that they cannot consciously identify. They won't be able to tell you what's different, because it's a vibrational basis that is different. But we're asking you to notice it, because the noticing of that is some of the same benefit that we are asking you to notice as a result of your meditation. We expect that more of you will find that 15 or 20 minutes every morning. Morning's best. And we know for sure that when you quiet your mind by focusing on something not interesting, like a hum in a room, that you will leave your resistant thoughts and your beliefs that are contradicting what you want aside for a moment, and that your vibration will find resonance with what your inner being knows about that subject. And because your inner being has been walking in your moccasins every step along the way, your inner being really already has a lot of momentum going about the things that you care about the solution part of your problems, about the answer part of your questions. So in the same way that you're going to notice some differences today and tomorrow and the next day as a result of resonating in this energy for a little while, meditation's going to do that for you too. Meditation that you accomplish will accomplish more vibrationally than we accomplished in these 3 hours. And we got a lot done vibrationally here today. So what we're really asking is that you notice it. That's all. Because words don't teach. Just notice the results of the energy alignment. Just notice the results of it. And as you take notice of it, then when you sit to meditate, you'll be that much closer to letting in the well-being that is being offered to you. We do not want you to sit in meditation all day, every day. We're not asking you to quiet your mind. Your mind doesn't want to be quieted. That's why it takes a little bit of doing to focus and to get your mind to quiet. Law of attraction is keeping your mind active on the things that it's already been active about. And so the shifting of beliefs is a sort of slow process, even at its best. But even in the slow process that it is, as you notice the results of it, then you're going to be more likely to do it. And friends, it is the consistency of meditation. It's the willingness to get to that place where you receive those thoughts from source energy. That really is the answer to everything that you're looking for. We have adored this conversation today. We have taken thought together beyond that which has been before. We are eager for Esther to get her ears on it, because she's going to highlight at least 5 things that we've never said before, that as a result of who you are, you brought into the newness of this leading edge time and space. And for that, there are not enough words to express the appreciation that we feel for you. We want you to remember just a few things. Life is supposed to feel good to you. Life is supposed to be fun. You are supposed to feel good along this way. And it is our expectation that you're on the way to that.